The Gift stars Jason Bateman, Rebecca Hall and Joel Edgerton, who also wrote and directed this film. If you haven't heard of The Gift, then that is fair enough. It is a film that I don't think has had enough attention, and to be honest, it completely blew me away. I was surprised by this film. It's a well thought out thriller that is also one of the creepiest films I have ever seen. The entire film has this eerie and creepy vibe that is brought wonderfully to life with Joel Edgerton's masterful direction. Now, most people could think that because he's written, directed and stars in this film, it could come across as pretentious in any way. But it doesn't, because the direction of this film is just so held back and letting the scenery and the characters take centre stage is just so well done. And also his performance as well is very held back, but I'll get onto that in a minute. Every shot in this film is perfect, and every character as well isn't quite what you'd expect them to be. I'm not going to spoil it, but all I will say is that whatever you think of these characters at the start of the film, that opinion will change over the course of the film. They don't exactly turn out to be who the people you expected them to be. The lines between these characters become so blurred to the point where you're not quite sure who to trust. Also, despite what the trailers lead you to believe, this is a pretty unconventional thriller. I mean, the first half of the film does play it pretty safe, but from the halfway point onwards, things don't go the way you expect them to go, and that is when things start to get a little bit out of control, and you really don't know what is going to happen, and it starts taking turns that no one, not even I, did expect. Also, the recurring theme of whatever you may have forgotten in the past, good or bad, may come to haunt you one day in the future, is really well realised in this film, and he couldn't have done it any better. The acting in this film is perfect. Joel Edgerton is very held back to the point where he appears creepy and he looks creepy, but you kind of feel sorry for him and you want to learn more about him. Rebecca Hall is also very good, but the standout performance is definitely Jason Bateman, who is quite surprising really, because usually you expect him to be his usual self as he is in comedies, but he goes to really emotional and deep levels in this film that I was not expecting, and this is by far the best performance of his career, just hands down. The Gift was a massive surprise. It's a masterfully well thought out and well executed dramatic thriller. If you're looking for a violent and kind of gory kind of thriller, then you're better off with Seven, but this film really delves deep into people's emotions and kind of a ripple effect of certain events that can happen at any time in anyone's life. Also, the ending to this film is just handled so perfectly. I really liked The Gift. I can see me coming back to it several times, and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's a really good film. Joel Edgerton, for a directorial debut, knocks it out of the park, and the acting and just everything, every element of this film just works perfectly. Anyway guys, that was my review for The Gift. There will be one more 2015 film review before I release my kind of overdue best of the year list. I will also have a top 15 most anticipated films of 2016 video coming out some point in between then. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe, and also like my Facebook page, The Media Critic. Bye.